Hello, fifth formers. Welcome to the online learning of English language. In today's English class, we will revise some important topics of grammar. Today's worksheet is worksheet 8. So let's get going. Exercise A. Underline the nouns in the following sentences. Write what kind they are. Here we have to underline nouns and we have to write whether they are proper nouns, common nouns, collective nouns or abstract nouns. Number 1. Johnny Lever is a well-known comedian. In this sentence, there are two nouns. Number 1 is name of a person, Johnny Lever, and number 2, comedian, right? Johnny Lever and comedian. Johnny Lever is a particular name of a person, particular name, right? So it is proper noun and comedian is a common noun. So two nouns, Johnny Lever and comedian. Johnny Lever is proper noun and comedian is common noun. Number 2. Jeet always speaks the truth. Again, a proper name, right? Proper nouns are the names of particular people. So here it is a name of a particular person, people, one person, Jeet, right? So proper noun, Jeet is proper noun, and truth, right? Truth is a quality, right? We have learned that nouns that name ideas, qualities, and feelings are called abstract noun, right? So here truth, Jeet always speaks the truth, right? So Jeet is proper noun and truth is abstract noun. Number 3. Arav has taken new responsibility. Again, Arav is a proper noun and responsibility is abstract noun. You know that some abstract nouns are formed from adjectives, right? Responsible is an adjective and here responsibility is an abstract noun. Number 4. A pride of lions live in Gir forest. A pride of lions lives in Gir forest, right? Pride means a group of lions, right? So pride is a collective noun, lions common noun, Gir forest proper noun, name of a particular place, right? So pride, collective noun, group of lions is called pride, collective noun, lions common noun, Gir forest proper noun. Number 5. Raman was very naughty in his childhood. Again, Raman is proper noun and childhood is abstract noun. See, here we have exercise A with correct answers. Number 1, Johnny Lever proper noun, comedian common noun, Jeet proper noun, truth abstract noun, Arav proper noun, responsibility abstract noun, pride collective noun, lions common noun, Gir forest proper noun. Number 5, Raman proper noun and childhood abstract noun. Exercise B. Change the gender of the underlined nouns and rewrite the sentences. Number 1 is the queen was very fond of the prince. Here we have to change the gender queen, opposite gender king, and for prince, princess, right? So the king was very fond of the princess. Number 2, let your aunt do her work. Aunt, opposite gender, uncle, right? If now nouns are in masculine gender, we have to change in them into feminine, and if they are in feminine of feminine gender, we have to change them into masculine, right? So aunt, uncle. Let your uncle do. Now we have uncle, so his work. Instead of her, we have to write his. Let your uncle do his work. Number 3, Dick's sister-in-law is an authoress. Authoress is a woman who writes stories, novels, etc. Like we say, author means writer, right? So Dick's sister-in-law. So we change sister-in-law into brother-in-law, right? Dick's brother-in-law is an author. Dick's brother-in-law is an author. Number 4, have you seen my son? Son and daughter, right? Opposite gender, daughter. Have you seen my daughter? Number 5, she is a spinster. Spinster, opposite gender of spinster. Spinster means a girl who's not married, and the boy who's not married is bachelor, right? So she is in spinster. If we are writing for a boy, we have to write he is a bachelor. He is a bachelor. Exercise B with correct answers. Queen, king, prince, princess. Number 2, aunt and uncle. Along with that, we have to change her into his. Number 3, sister-in-law, brother-in-law, and authoress, author. Number 4, son, daughter. Have you seen my daughter? And number 5, spinster, bachelor. But again, here we have to change she into he. So, he is a bachelor. Exercise C. Pick out the adjectives in the following sentences and write what kind of adjective each one is. Here we have to pick out adjectives from the given sentences, and we'll be writing what kind of adjective it is, right? Adjectives are describing words. They describe noun or pronoun. They answer the questions of whose, what kind, which one, how many, or how much, right? Sentence 1. Jack has an imported car. Here, the word imported answers the question what kind, right? What type of car Jack has? Jack has an imported car. So, imported is adjective of quality. Adjectives of quality tell us about the quality of something, some noun or pronoun. They answer the question what kind. Number 2. The actor received many awards. Here noun awards is a countable noun and the adjective used before it is many, right? So many is countable, that is why it is adjective of number. Adjectives of number answer the questions how many awards, many awards, right? There are they are usually used with countable nouns. Here it is used with countable nouns, so it is adjective of number. Number 3, give me some rice. Here rice is uncountable noun and the adjective used before it is some. So it is adjective of quantity. Children, adjectives of quantity answer the question how much. They are usually used with uncountable nouns. Number 5. Those apples are, sorry, number 4. This must be his cap. Here the word his shows possession. Whose cap? His cap, right? So it is possessive adjectives. Possessive adjectives answer the question whose or to whom the things belong. So that answers the it shows possession, belonging or ownership. Here the word his is showing possession, so it is possessive adjective. Number 5. Those apples are rotting. Apples, noun. Word those is an adjective and it points out something. It is showing something, pointing out something, right? So it is a demonstrative adjective. A demonstrative adjective points out a specific person, animal, place or thing. So here those is demonstrative adjective because it points out apples. Exercise D. Mark the following sentences as declarative D, interrogative IN, imperative I am or exclamatory E. Here we have sentences. We have to identify whether they are declarative, interrogative, imperative or exclamatory. Children, we have already learned that a sentence is a group of words that makes complete sense. Here there are 4 kinds of sentences mentioned. We have learnt all of them. Declarative sentences. Declarative sentences are statements. They end with a full stop. Number 2 is interrogative sentences. Interrogative sentences ask questions. They end with a question mark. Number 3, imperative sentences. Imperative sentences express orders, requests or advice. 4th, exclamatory sentences. Exclamatory sentences show strong or sudden feeling. They have exclamation mark. They may be at the end of the sentence. They end with an exclamation mark or they have an exclamation mark somewhere in the sentence and they express strong or sudden feelings. So now we will read these sentences one by one to identify which type of sentence they are. Number 1, what a beautiful scene it is. Here the sentence expresses feeling, right? What a beautiful scene it is. So it is an exclamatory sentence, and for exclamatory sentence we are instructed to write E. So here in bracket we have to write capital E. Number 2, Father brings many gifts for me. This is a statement, right? This is a statement. Father brings many gifts for me. A statement. So it is a declarative sentence. D in bracket. Number 3. What do you know about this? It's a question, right? And questions are called interrogative sentences. So here it is an interrogative sentence. In bracket, we'll be writing IN. Number 4. Alas, I have lost my pen. It shows feeling, sadness, right? So it is an exclamatory sentence. E in bracket. Number 5. Go and get me a glass of water. This is an order, right? So an order, a sentence which has order is called an imperative sentence. So we need to write I am in the bracket. It is an order, so it is an imperative sentences. So there are 4 kinds: statements, questions, order, request or advice, or the sentences which show strong or sudden feeling. declarative, interrogative, imperative, and exclamatory. Students, as you know, this is the last week of revision and our first term exams will start on 24th October, Monday. You are expected to watch all the videos of this week and the previous videos very, very carefully so that you can revise well to answer all types of objective questions. As you know, in first minute exams, we'll be asking you multiple choice questions, fill in the blanks, matchings, true, false, and one word answers. So please be prepared for your term 1 exam. Thank you and keep learning.